Welcome back. Today we have this problem called counter. It's one of the JavaScript problems. We have in the series that we have a problems that only talks about JavaScript fundamentals, so it is give us better understanding of how JavaScript work. So the problem is that given an integer in, return a counter function. This counter function initially return in and then returns one more than the previous value every subsequent time it's called. So we have n plus 1, n plus 2, so on, so forth. So we can just do like that. Return n plus plus. And let's submit this one. Just sorry for my code. My internet is not that good, to be honest. Sometimes my Leetcode doesn't. Okay, my Wi-Fi is not good at all. However, this should work. But let's talk about why this worked. Why just each time I created in the inner function, this variable changes. It's what's going on? Okay, let's just refresh this one again. Okay. Wow, it's okay. So I guess Leetcode is broken or what? I wanna make a video. Just don't break. Sorry, I just. Okay. Let's submit. Is there a problem with my solution? What's going on? Why it's that bad? Okay, it's working. Let's talk about why it worked. So basically how this worked. The main question is that we talk about something called the closures. So how the inner function has access to the outer function's variable and has ability to change it and return it. And this is what we call in JavaScript a closure. And this question, it's a great introduction to closures in JavaScript. So functions have a reference to all variables declared in the same scope as well as any outer scope. These scopes are known as the function's lexical environment and the combinations of the function and its environment known as a closure. So let's say again, a closure, it's a combination between two environments. We have this environment, the outer function environment, and the inner function environment. Whereas the inner function requirements have access to the outer function's variables. So it can read it, change it, return it, so on and so forth. So in JavaScript, we can declare function within other functions and return them. And also the inner function has access to any variable declared in the above it, basically. So maybe someone of you ask, this looks like the classes, because let's just create a class. Let's call it add1, and this class, if this class has a constructor, and because this question has been asked a lot, called a, and this dot a equals a, and add, I will create a method that takes a and it will say const sum equals this dot a plus a and return sum. So if you look at this one, they are quite similar to each other. like you have inner function that have access to the outer function, you have the method that has access to the constructor. Besides the difference in the syntax, both code examples essentially serve the same purpose. They both allow you to pass in state in a constructor and have a method that accesses the state. The one key difference is that closures allow for true encapsulating. In the class example, there is nothing stopping you from writing add add 2.a equals 3 or whatever it will be. However, in the and breaking its exponential behavior. However, in the closure, it is theoretically impossible to access a dot something. Okay, so another difference for you to know is that how functions are stored in memory. If you create many instances of a class, each instance stored in a single reference to the prototype object where all the methods are stored. Whereas for the closure, all the methods are generated and a copy of each is sorted in memory each time the outer function is called. For this reason, the class can be more efficient, particularly in the case where there are too many methods to use. So this is our the main thing is that we talk about the closures and what is the difference between the closure and the classes. And yeah, that's it for this video. It was a light video. I hope if you like my content, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll never miss a video. If you think my content wasn't good enough, just please give me a comment to tell me what you didn't like exactly about my content so I could improve it better and better. So that's it for this video, and see you in future problems.